So, back in 2013, when the world was obsessed with Gangnam Style, flat-brim hats and arguing about whether the Bugatti Veyron had finally broken physics, something utterly mad emerged from the dunes of Dubai, a place better known for throwing hypercars off skyscrapers than building them. It was called the Devel 16, a name that sounded like a Bond villain's codename for the apocalypse. And the numbers being thrown around were so bonkers, so utterly unhinged, that you'd had to wonder if it wasn't all just bullshit. This car, they said, was going to be the most powerful vehicle on the planet. Not just the most powerful, but a road-going ballistic missile with 4 turbos strapped to a 12.3-litre V16 engine. That's right, 12.3 liters, 5,000 horsepower. Not 200, not 600, 5,000. This is the sort of figure that makes you wonder if somebody dropped a decimal point. And let's not forget the torque. 3,757 pound-feet or 5,100 newton-meters, which is enough to turn the earth backwards. The internet went nuclear. Every forum lit up. Every YouTube channel made a thumbnail with flames, speed lines, and big red arrows pointing at what looked like Batman's company car. The renderings showed a spaceship for the road, sharp edges, glowing lights, and a front end that looked like it wanted to bite your legs off. It was faster than anything ever built. A top speed of 348 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in a blink. Unicorns, rainbows, eternal youth. The promises were huge. And then, nothing. Well, technically nothing. There were appearances. The prototype debuted at the 2013 Dubai International Auto Show and people gasped. Not because it moved, because it didn't. It just sat there. Then came another show in 2017 and again the car returned, slightly revised, supposedly closer to production. There was no price, no on-sale date, just more big talk. It became the automotive equivalent of your friend who keeps talking a big game. You want to believe him, but the details are always a bit fuzzy. But here's where things get interesting. Around 2016, Steve Morris Engines in Michigan, USA, the sort of place where drag racers go to find religion, posted a video that made the car world collectively choke on its morning coffee. It was the Devel 16's V16 engine, not a rendering, not a hollow shell, a real engine, 12.3 liters of billet aluminium, 4 turbos, and a noise so ungodly it made your eyeballs twitch. And it worked. And suddenly, the dream seemed alive again. Mad, sure, but actually real. But then reality threw a spanner in the works. Several spanners, actually. Because as it turns out, building an engine that powerful is one thing. Bolting it into a car and making it not explode, melt, or reverse the Earth in its orbit is quite another. There was no production spec gearbox on the planet that could handle it. No tire manufacturer willing to sign off on rubber that wouldn't immediately disintegrate at well over 300 miles per hour. And there was no road-going suspension capable of absorbing that kind of rage without breaking in half. So Devel did what any enterprising startup with a big dream and dwindling options would do. They pivoted. The original idea of a 5,000 horsepower road car was still on the table, they said, but now they were offering versions with just 3,000 horsepower and even a sensible base model with a twin-turbo V8, delivering around 2,000 horses. Think about that, the entry-level Devel had more power than a Bugatti Veyron. They handed a car over to Supercar Blondie, who drove it in 2018. She showed us the inside, which amusingly looked a lot like a C8 Corvette. The door chimes, GM. The switchgear, GM. The way the car beeped and greeted her like a rental from Avis. All unmistakably Chevrolet. And when she opened the engine cover, finally, after years of teasing, it wasn't a 16-cylinder tower of mechanical mayhem. It was a V8. More specifically, an LS-based V8. So what happened? Was the dream always vaporware? Well, not exactly. The engine existed, the bodywork existed. There was even a road test video in Italy showing a 16 being driven at highway speeds. But these were carefully curated glimpses. At no point was anyone allowed to inspect the mechanicals thoroughly. The engine bay was always kept suspiciously shut. The engine note didn't scream quad-turbo V16. It sounded mean, but more like a normal V8. Now, there are rumors, of course, that Devel quietly started building cars on top of the C8 Corvette chassis, reboarded it with carbon fiber panels, and a whole lot of theatre. And weirdly enough, one of these actually got delivered to a customer in 2021, 3 years after he ordered the car. Now, this car was meant to be a V16, but it's not, and in a video walk-around, the driver acknowledged the V8 engine, admitting regulations wouldn't allow the wild engine. Meanwhile, the Devel website still exists to this day, still boasting of its mythical status. It now also features a 6x6 military-grade diesel truck called the 60, because of course it does. This truck also seems to be just renders and nothing concrete, but hey, that's how they roll. And at the end of it, there is a lesson here. Hypercars aren't just about numbers, they're about engineering, delivery, and credibility. Bugatti, Koenigsegg, Rimac, they've all spent decades building up to the insane performance numbers they now deliver. They will try to do it in one leap, a moonshot without the work to back it up. But as of now, no real road-going customer-owned 5,000 horsepower Devel 16 exists. The engine did its job on the dyno. The body looks fast, standing still, but the rest of it, a beautiful, bizarre mirage. A dream glimpsed in the desert heat. And now, with Bugatti announcing their own V16 hypercar, the Tourbillon, Devel's window to shock the world might have just closed for good. And that, in the end, is the tragic comedy of the Devel 16, a car that arrived with the promise of rewriting physics, but might go down in history as a very expensive cosplay Corvette. Still, if you want to believe, there's a quad-turbo V16 spaceship idling in an underground lab somewhere in Dubai, ready to warp through time and embarrass the laws of thermodynamics. Well, I'm not going to stop you, just don't look under the hood. But at the end of this video, please let me know what you guys think of the Devel 16. Do you think it was always just a bunch of BS? Or do you think they actually wanted to build a thing, had some funds behind it, and just like through the development realized that it wasn't possible? I actually believe the second. I think they really wanted to do this. They wouldn't drop the money on the Steve Morris motor if they didn't really want to build it. I just think it wasn't thought through properly. Through the development, I think they realized a lot of stuff that they didn't think of. But that's me. Let me know what you guys think down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you guys did like it, you'll most probably enjoy most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel, see if someone else will like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?
Can't put me in a box, knock me down, I get back on top. I keep on guessing, I keep messing with their heads and I won't stop. Cause I'm confident, I'm fly, most likely to blow your mind. You think you know me?